thing is, when I was watching that scene, and aside from rolling my eyes at the absolutely atrocious visual effects.
What? You didn't believe it was really nighttime on the Long Beach shore? It wasn't. They shot it in the daytime, which I also found fascinating. But that's a whole other issue.
My thing is that I was watching that and I was thinking, I'm like, okay, so he's bringing her out there, and I was wondering for a second. I wondered if he was going to go with her and kind of be like,
oh, just throw himself over the side.
Well, yeah, basically like fuck the world. Sorry if there are
I think
children.
that would have been too much.
Oh, I thought so too.
I mean, I don't think anybody, like, I don't think he would have agreed to do that.
Yeah.
I think he would have been like, all right, tone it down.
Right. But my thing was also, versus seeing it as him disposing of trash, I kind of saw the symbolism as, and this could be completely reading into it, whereas they just wanted more an easy way to set up what they did.
Well, they did.
But my thing was that I thought,
I don't think they intended it for it to come across the way that I took it, but
no,
I took it that way because
of
the way ritual has always been.
And see, what I took it as was basically, that's what I wasn't thinking of trash. I was like, that's his victim. She was a victim.
Well, she was a victim, but like when you look at the quote unquote inadvertent victims of his past,
right?
They were never treated that way.
Yes, but at the same time, it's not like
they didn't dump LaGuardia in the ocean. They could have.
But that would have been difficult considering she was still.
I'm just saying.
But like even if it's like it's one of those things where I felt like because he could get away with it, he was acknowledging his faults in that. And look,
I get that.
Look,
but I also question.
The rest of the finale was pretty terrible.
I also
so maybe
question
I'm
how he gets away with anything because people are, if they think he's dead, where do they think Dev is? Where do they think Harrison is? Like, what is the stuff that the mess that he left behind that he selfishly walked away from? And that's all the stuff that bothered me because it's like you had all this plan this whole time and you just threw it all away.
Right. I mean, that's honestly,
I don't know. But I will say, I really did love the Hannah and Elway stuff on the bus.
Oh, I like the show.
I wasn't expecting that, and I really, really liked it a lot more than I probably should have. And if they want to give us a spin-off, I would like a Hannah prequel. I want to see the early days of Hannah, what made her tick the way that we saw what made Texter tick, and how maybe she's like him and maybe they deserve each other or should be together or whatever you want to call it, or maybe they don't.
And it was one of those things where I was kind of appalled to see that that they wouldn't shoot down the idea of having a Harrison and Hannah spin-off. I'm like, really, guys?
That kid's, no offense, not a good actor. I don't know why they chose to replace I mean, I don't know what went, but I mean, that whole, come on.
Oh, I'm not
treadmill. I just want to know this. He is, I don't know, 4 or 5 on the show, his character. How did he not say to Jamie, hey, I'm hanging out with my new mom, Hannah? Like, how is he not spilling?
I was basically waiting for him to say Hannah.
Right, like he was a huge liability, and it was just something that they didn't ever address. But
I mean, and honestly,
I don't need to see a Harrison spin-off. I'm sorry. He's adorable, but I don't need that.
No. Going back to something that we were talking about earlier, it was interesting as I was watching the penultimate episode. And it's really, truly astonishing to me that I've gone through this entire season not being spoiled to anything, and I've not, aside from the premiere, I have not watched the first 2. I have not watched anything night of or before because there's just been no time. I didn't watch the penultimate until Friday night. Did not hear a word about Dev being shot.
Really?
Did not hear one word. We did not see anything on Twitter. If
you're not trolling the hashtags, it's hard to actually just
but I was on Twitter on Sunday night, last Sunday night.
Yeah, but I don't think the people you follow would stick it in the.
And whereas something massive happened on Breaking Bad, which I will not spoil in case you haven't seen it because you should watch it. Something massive happened on Breaking Bad yes.
And they spoiled that?
Literally the moment it happened.
Huh.
And it was one of those things where I was actively trying to avoid it because I was on my @replies only, and there was a Twitter glitch, and Twitter reverted back to Twitter proper versus my @replies. So it was the moment it happened, I was A, freaking livid, B, I was like, well,
well, I mean, maybe this is something that we should talk about more in the talk about the
But my thing is that as I was watching that penultimate episode, and I was marveling over over not being spoiled, it was also something that I was thinking about. I was like, because I was thinking, wow, we've got one episode left to the end, and it was like, I was watching what was going on with the dynamics and everything, and I realized there is literally no way these people can find out plausibly and have them play it out what Dexter did.
No, but did you want them to?
Yeah, I didn't, and to be fair, I didn't actually realize that I wanted them to until I was watching the penultimate.